Today, Professor Heather Barker and team are trying something different this season, though still with that same theme, with a project that develops as two parts, comes together to explore and discover stories about sustainability along the coast and in the city. I love storytelling and am fascinated to see what the Long Beach team is doing. Heather, it's always so wonderful to see you. Let's dive right in and over to you.
Thank you so much. Pando has been an incredible part of our immersive technologies and human engagement project work over the years. As our students go into the city, they work through a design process and validate ground truth their research to make sure they can turn that into something really valuable for the community. All of our work is technology augmented to enhance the human experience and engage people to create more sustainable solutions. This year's projects are phenomenal, and I can't wait for them to share.
Where did Eugene go?
Okay, we're just waiting for the first project to pop up here on the screen.
Oh, Eugene, did we want to have our did you want to introduce the Pando team and our guests before we start, or is that?
Oh, no, simply over to you. It's now entirely yours.
Okay, well then we'll turn it over to our first project.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Andrea. I have a background in sociology, and I am this team's project manager.
Hi, my name is Jessica. I have a background in architecture and I'm the storytelling lead in this project.
Hello, my name is Akash and I have a background in computer science and I'm research lead and designer for this project.
Hi, I'm Aisha. I have a background in fashion design and I'm the design lead.
Okay, so our project, excuse me, our project is called Whispers of the Coast, Discover Long Beach's Forgotten Voices and Future Hopes through audio storytelling archived in StoryCorps. So to start off, we'll actually show you a quick video of our project.
Okay, the video
Are you
has been
able
playing.
to
Should
hear?
do we want to start it from the beginning? I think
Are you able to hear the audio?
no,
No.
no, we're not able to hear anything, and I think it started early.
Alameda's Beach has a story to tell, a story shaped by its waters, its people, and its future. Whispers of the Coast invites you on a journey. Hear the voices of our community, stories of resilience, culture, and hope. Through an interactive map and audio stories, uncover the hidden history of Long Beach's shores and learn how we can protect them for generations to come.
So our project, Whispers of the Coast, inspires a deeper connection to Long Beach's coastal legacy and sustainable future by immersing visitors in its history, ecology, and conservation through an interactive map, local partnerships, and inviting listeners to submit their personal stories or whispers to enrich the experience with community voices. We really place a strong emphasis on incorporating community voices and interactive content to showcase the city's sustainable efforts, aiming to create a personal storytelling experience for our audience while promoting environmental awareness and engagement.
I'll talk about the history of Alamitos Beach. For this project, we chose Alamitos Beach in Long Beach, California, with a specific focus on the bike path that runs along with the coastline. Alamitos Beach has a rich history, originally part of the Los Cerritos wetlands and the home to Tongawa people. These man-made beaches was transformed in the late 19th century by the oil operations, evolving into a community that balances residential tourism, and industrial development. Today, it remains a popular destination with ongoing preservation efforts.
So our team conducted an on-site visit to downtown Long Beach, and during our exploration, we made sure to keep in mind the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and Los Angeles County goals and how these goals could connect to Long Beach. So we explored areas such as like Shoreline Village, Alamitos Beach, Marina, Green Park, and Belmont Veterans Memorial Pier. And during our visit, we were particularly intrigued by the Alamitos Beach bike path. So riding through the area, we initially found the open space to be like somewhat plain and unremarkable. However, as we like delve deeper into the history of the area, we found that it was really rich in history. Also, Alamitos Beach offers kind of a unique opportunity as a contrast to the bustling oil islands, cargo cranes, and downtown. Its location pretty much offers a perfect platform to kind of explore the sustainability, the urban ecology, and the balance between industry and nature, connecting the visitors to Long Beach's efforts for a greener future. And so our team approached Alamitos Beach with a strategic, creative methodology aimed at transforming our initial perceptions into a meaningful storytelling experience. And for our research and development, we created guiding questions to help us develop our project further. So what can we do to make Alamitos Beach a safe, engaging destination? Why is it important to present the beach's history and sustainability? Who will benefit most from connecting from the beach's story? How can we create an immersive experience that highlights Alamitos Beach, calm open space while still offering meaningful engagement? How can we highlight Alamitos Beach connection to the surrounding oil islands, cargo area, and downtown to create a dynamic visitor experience? And overall, how can we do all of these without distracting people from their usual activities or main purpose for being there? And so here's a visual of how our brainstorming process looked like. We thought about a lot of things like potential locations, our potential partners. We thought about like our overall research objectives, some of the potential project deliverables. So we created like a visual board and connected potential ideas to United Nations SDGs and Los Angeles's county goals. And so we conducted early interviews to get a better understanding on what would be meaningful for people specific to Alamitos Beach. And based on our interviews, we found that about 46% never really visit Alamitos and 53% visit often or occasionally. And while 69% haven't contributed to preservation efforts specific to Alamitos Beach, many are interested in learning more, particularly learning more about community stories and sustainability efforts. And so most respondents view protecting the beach as highly important or moderately significant, and this highlights a strong interest in the beach's future and a desire for more community involvement. And through our field research, our brainstorming, and the results of our early interviews, we recognize the beach's apparent simplicity could be a storytelling strength. Instead of competing with the environment, we wanted to create an unobtrusive audio narrative layer that enhances the visitor's experience. So our brainstorming culminated in an audio storytelling experience designed to provide historical context, highlight ecological efforts, amplify community voices, and create an immersive, accessible experience. And so we partnered with Alamitos Beach Cleanup, a community organization dedicated to hosting monthly cleanup events at Alamitos Beach. Partnering with Vanessa, who was the organization's founder, she helped us gather meaningful stories about their efforts and experiences. Additionally, our team went back to Alamitos Beach and engaged directly with visitors and locals, inviting them to share their personal stories and perspectives. If you scroll down just a little bit. So we utilize ArcGIS Story Map as a platform for our interactive audio map. This tool enabled us to design an engaging and user-friendly experience that can really be accessed from anywhere. So Jessica will now show you a quick demo of what our project looked like.
Hello. So we've created this interactive map, and we have this like pinpoints at each location along the coast with an audio and like a little bit videos and like introduction. So there's like audio and there's also a link to like a full audio. If we click on it,
California
hear, like,
State
a
University Long
clip
Beach
of the audio.
HXDI graduate students presents Whispers of the Coast. Discover Long Beach's forgotten voices and future voices.
And then like to listen to the full story, you can click one of the button and then it'll let you story corps and you can listen to the full story of the whispers. So these are like the local stories and like some educational fact and also like some community effort in the sustainability. And then we also like archive our like audio and stories in StoryCorps. StoryCorps is an American nonprofit organization which records personal stories to amplify diverse voices, preserving them in the Library of Congress for future generations. So this fosters connection and understanding through the shared experience. And also like the listener can also submit their whisper to our community by following this link, and it direct to the StoryCorps collections. And then they can look at through this link to the guide on how to submit their story.
Okay, and then here is a 360 video of Alameda's Beach just to show you a better idea of what the area looked like. So as you can tell, the beach is a very open space, and this is the bike path. And so we really wanted to take this opportunity to enhance people's experience on it without distracting them too much. So we wanted to create an audio storytelling experience that just enhances it and allows people who do visit the bike path to learn more about the history, the ecology, sustainable efforts, and also highlighting community voices while they're on this bike path. So we hosted an event at Alamitos Beach to showcase our project, and with the support of our partner, Alamitos Beach Cleanup, who helped us promote the event. And as a result of that, several of their volunteers attended, and we also engaged with people who were already enjoying the bike path, inviting them to experience our project. Visitors explored Whisper of the Coast through live demonstrations of the audio map, showcasing Alamitos Beach's history, ecology, and sustainability. The event fostered curiosity, engagement, and a sense of connection to the beach's stories and future. So here are a few photos from the event.
At the end of the storytelling experience, we had our participants fill out the post feedback survey to give us more insight on how the project went. Our findings revealed that the most listener particularly enjoyed learning about the histories and learning about community stories. Specifically, 84% found the information relevant and insightful, while 76% felt that the audio experience enriched their journey on the bike path. Additionally, 69% reported feeling more connected to the Long Beach history and environment efforts after listening, and 92% said they would recommend this audio storytelling experience to other people.
Throughout our project development, we were intentional about aligning our work with the broader global and local sustainability goals. Our project, Whisper of the Coast, is particularly focused on two key United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Goal 10, reduce inequalities. Our primary mission is to amplify voices that are often overlooked. In Alamitos Beach, we recognize that many community stories remain unheard. Stories from different socioeconomic backgrounds, various ethnicities, and across different age groups. By creating our audio storytelling platform, we are doing more than just recording narratives. We are actively working to reduce social inequalities. Goal 16, peace, justice, and strong institutions. Our second primary goal focuses on fostering dialogue and mutual respect. By working in Story Corps, we are not just collecting stories, we are creating a platform for peaceful community interaction. We are promoting accountability and understanding by giving people a chance to share their experience and listen to others. While Goal 10 and 16 are our primary focus, our project also touches on other important UN SDGs. Goal 4, quality education. The project promotes learning and awareness through storytelling, educating people on history, culture, and social issues. Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities. By preserving the cultural and environmental history of Alamitos Beach, the project contributes to creating sustainable, inclusive communities. Goal 17, partnership for goals. The project encourages collaboration between communities, organizations, and stakeholders to preserve and share important stories. But our alignment doesn't stop at global goals. We are also directly supporting two key LA County objectives: preserving cultural heritage, which is goal number 4. We are creating educational opportunities that build a more inclusive community. Through diverse storytelling, we are helping people understand and appreciate the rich tapestry of local history. Goal 12, environmental sustainability. By using storytelling as a tool for cultural preservation, we are encouraging community engagement that supports long-term environmental conservation.
So as this project grows, we can see that the project could explore various new directions to broaden its impact and reach, such as one, collaborations with local school, engaging students with cultural and environmental projects to build awareness from a young age, 2, expansion to global voices, including more stories from various coastal communities around the world to promote global cultural and environmental connections, and lastly, 3, sustainability partners, partnering with more eco-friendly organizations to highlight environmental preservation efforts through storytelling. And that's the end of our presentation. We want to take this opportunity to also thank our partner Alamitos Beach Cleanup and our Cal State Long Beach HXDI team. And thank you to Pando as well for allowing us to present our project.
Hi, everybody. We are Path to Impact, also known as Project Yelb or Yelby, depending on how you want to say it. I'm Jeline Navarro. I'm the project manager of Path to Impact. I'm also the partnerships lead and the social media manager. I'll let my team introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Kathy, and my undergrad background is textile and design, and I'm this artist, storyteller, and creative strategist.
Hi everyone, I'm Eugenie Chen. My background are interior design and communication engineering. I'm playing the role in this project is creative assistance.
Hi everyone, my name is Edward. I'm from the Past Impact. I have a background in graphic design and human comprehension design, and I acted at my role was designer and editor researcher at the team. Yeah.
Yep, then I got ahead of myself. I forgot to say my background. I have a background in product design. So we are Path to Impact, also known as Project Yelb, and our project is about leveraging technology and interaction design to empower the generations of the future to be involved with the unique ocean-urban interface of Long Beach, California. So our primary objective with this project is to inspire younger generations to actively engage with their community by exploring and connecting with the cultural, sustainable, and impactful spaces of downtown Long Beach, wanting to foster inclusivity and sustainability through interactive activities and meaningful partnerships. We do have a little video, a 360 video. We're not going to show the whole thing, but it's basically a time lapse of a little sneak peek into what our event is. And even if you can't hear it, it's okay because it's just background. Yeah, so that was just a little sneak peek. You'll understand more later, but scrolling down, we wanted to talk about our sustainability goals. So similar to Whispers of the Coast, we wanted to adhere to sustainability goals of the United Nations and also the LA County goals. As you can see, we have a considerable amount of goals. And I think it'll make a little bit more sense when we dive into our research. But essentially, we wanted to work towards resilient, healthy community environments, like fostering cultural activity, sustainable production and systems, inclusive and transparent government, and partnerships. And similarly with the UN Sustainability Development Goals, we wanted quality education. We wanted to talk about like sustainability in terms of water and power, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, and of course, partnerships. So our challenge statement with this project was, how might we empower the younger generations in Long Beach to feel valued and connected to their community, encouraging meaningful engagement with local sustainability, cultural preservation, and community impact efforts. So we used the 4D process, also known as the double diamond, where we first discovered what our challenge was. And then with that, we defined our user and started developing our prototype. And in the end, we delivered our solution. So yeah, going to the first, where we discovered the challenge, diving into our research, of course, the ocean-urban interface. So Long Beach is a very unique place where the city meets the sea. So while this can be an asset, it fosters a richness in community, sustainability, and culture. The dynamic interaction between urban environments and coastal systems can also result in significant issues, specifically surrounding water and power. So these often lead to dissatisfaction among residents, makes them feel disconnected from their city. And specifically in downtown Long Beach, since that is literally the waterfront of Long Beach, it serves as a microcosm of the city's dynamic relationship between its urban and coastal identities. So as the hub of urban activity and the gateway to the waterfront, it reflects both the opportunities and the challenges that arise from this unique interaction. So yeah, through our field research, conversations with locals, we participated in district meetings and workshops. We uncovered recurring issues that impact the community: trash, chemical pollution affecting the water, inequalities and homelessness, social and economic disparities, gentrification, threatening cultural preservation, etc. So these challenges make downtown Long Beach a critical starting point for addressing the broader needs of the city and fostering meaningful engagement. So hopefully that gives a little bit more insight into why we listed so many goals, because it's just an over-encompassing thing. And then one key observation from our research was the noticeable presence of older generations leading and participating in these community initiatives. So while their contributions are invaluable and impactful in their own way, it also highlighted a potential gap in engagement from younger generations. And since younger generations are not only the future stewards of our cities, but also they bring fresh perspectives, adaptability, and a deep connection to technology. And technology continues to advance, and the digital generations are becoming more interconnected than ever. So we started wondering how we might leverage these advancing digital tools and innovative interaction design methods to empower younger generations in particular to engage with their community. So with that, we started defining our user base. We conducted a survey and it revealed a significant gap between interest and action when it comes to community involvement. So while 86.7% of respondents expressed a general interest in participating in community initiatives, 80% reported not attending any community events in the past year. So this highlights the need for innovative approaches to bridge the gap and engage individuals more effectively. Through our interviews, we came up with 3 different types of users. First, we call him the lifer. So he has lived in Long Beach his whole life and he's looking for community interaction, but a lot of his obstacles are like social barriers and like lack of awareness of community initiatives. there's also like the local who may not have lived here their whole lives, but they're very much a Long Beach resident. And they want to be involved with their community and like learn about the city. But again, like there's this feeling of lack of value as a resident, not feeling valued by their community, and also a lack of transparency with the city themselves, not knowing like what's happening in the city. And then there's also like small business owners of Long Beach. So of course, like they do want to reach out to the community and like bring awareness. But yeah, there is a lack of accessibility and awareness with these community initiatives. So to uncover the core needs of our users and understand the barriers to community engagement, we applied the 5 whys method to dig deeper into their motivations. So yeah, we know that residents are dissatisfied due to issues in Long Beach, such as water pollution, trash, abandoned infrastructure, homelessness, etc. Why? Because these problems make neighborhoods feel neglected, unsafe, and unpleasant. Why? Because poorly maintained spaces signal a lack of community investment and lower quality of life. Why? Because residents feel ignored, losing trust in local systems and efforts. Why? Because they want to feel valued and supported, but see little visible improvement. And why? Because it builds pride, belonging, and the belief that they can help create positive change. So with all that research and analysis into our user, we identified the key pain points that highlight the challenges younger generations face in becoming involved with the community. So first is awareness and accessibility. Many people just don't know or don't have access to that information about these community involvement initiatives that they can participate in. Also, a lot of younger generations don't feel that their participation is valued or has any impact. There's also social barriers. A lot of people don't want to do things that they have to do by themselves. And there's a lack of transparency with the progress in the city. So yeah, so our initial prototype based on this research, we wanted to make a gamified, sorry about this, I have a sore throat. A gamified digital app where our users would earn rewards for community involvement. And they would earn rewards for activities like exploring local landmarks, participating in events, and contributing to sustainability efforts. And we designed this initial idea with inspiration from existing phenomenon driven by physical exploration, community recognition, and other gamified aspects. So some examples are Pokemon Go, the trash tag movement, and Tamagotchi. We wanted to create a digital space in which younger generations can not only easily access community involvement opportunities, but also be empowered to participate through incentives. For community recognition and transparency, we designed the leaderboard feature where user and community-wide achievements can be recognized. We also hope to incorporate rewards for most actions. And lastly, we honed in on the gamified aspect by creating mascots of our initiative that our users could directly impact and take care of. Yeah, it's a little bit of our initial prototype in the background. And then we expanded on this app idea. We started calling it the Yelp app. It's a play on Yelp and also LB for Long Beach. So we slightly pivoted our vision for the app to be a digital space in which young people are encouraged to go out and explore their city by rating spots in Long Beach, all based on their adherence to our sustainability framework, which we kind of narrowed down into these 3, which is community impact, sustainability practices, and cultural significance. So just like in Yelp, users will get rewarded for exploring and leaving reviews, and Long Beach spots would be incentivized to adhere to the community standards set by the users. Yeah, so we were planning to build a fully working app, but that meant we specifically needed our users to be using the app with these standards already set. So that meant we would have a very extensive onboarding process explaining how the app even works, our 3 focuses, and our sustainability frameworks. So yeah, based on that, we got our feedback that first of all, developing a fully functional app within our limited timeline was not feasible. And the onboarding process would be too extensive and it would present additional challenges. So then another part is that we would require users to download and commit to a new platform, which added another layer of friction because it made it less accessible and user-friendly. So with this, we decided to pivot our idea. So the pivot is still called Yelp, Project Yelp, a social media community initiative. So it's a social media-based community initiative designed to inspire and empower younger generations to actively engage with their city. Leveraging innovative interaction design and digital technology, the project creates accessible, engaging opportunities for young people to connect with the community. And we focus on sustainability, cultural preservation, and community impact. And we aim to make meaningful involvement both impactful and rewarding. So as you can see, here are some stories that we had from our recent event. But essentially, Project Yelp is our social media initiative where we are reaching out to the younger generations and hoping to get them involved. So if you can scroll down a bit. Are we? Okay, then we can keep moving forward. We can
Okay,
Yeah,
folks,
so then our
let
initial
me,
event
let me,
was
let
the
me
Path to
break
Impact,
in here.
where
Let me break in here
we
quickly.
got people to participate.
Hi,
Okay.
let me break in here quickly. So we're way over presentation time and we need to have time for discussion. Let's go ahead and wrap up this part of the presentation, then we'll go to discussion, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Show the line.
Okay.
Just
This is Kathy's
go
part.
to the remaining key points so that we'll be able to wrap up and then we go to the discussion because we're way over time.
Okay, so for now, I'll started to talk about the map part. So each location we showcase like a unique blend of culture and sustainability and inclusivity. So we trying to like using the sound as a connection. So during the event, we reacted to recorded the sound from each location and like remix them with audio collected during our research. So including water, ocean, and urban environments. And here we can like do a quick demo.
Hi, welcome in.
So for the first
What
location,
challenges do you
it's
face
like
as a
at
small business
VOA,
committed to
and
sustainability?
we're like
As a small business committed,
crafted.
what
So
are the
more
challenges that you
crafted
do
to
face?
like more into like a podcast mode. And for the second one,
Welcome. Hello.
we collected the sound from the event. And the background, you can hear a bit of the ocean like padding on the sand. That's how we trying to like blend it like downtown Long Beach and blend it with the ocean beauty by using the audio to present. And the third location, we mainly focus on the metro part. So you can hear the sound from the metro, which also tied it with the sustainability that we need to like go to more public transits. So this is the audio part we wanted to like blending with our event. And here that shows the event we have from that day. And we're grateful that we have a lot of participants that day to help us out, filling out the survey and give us some insights. Just quickly scroll down. And here we create like 3 unique AR interactive games tailored to like specific locations. And these games is just to make people like more curious and engage with our project. And we also designed like 3 AR filters as rewards, like a fun bonus like to collect, and a creative way to like ensure our concept leaves like a lasting impression. And this is our insights what we gained from our participants. And like there's 88% of our participants reported that they are likely to participate in similar events in the future. So based on this, our future vision will be we might want to like host more events in locations where participants can connect with others and further building a sense of community through shared experiences. And that's all of our presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. It's we're mindful of time, and we'll have the next section coming, or the next premiere presentation at 11:15. Rich and Rebecca, so we're coming back to you. Rich, let's start with you right now. You'll want to unmute and respond to what you've seen, and then also to the earlier one. And then Rebecca, please feel free to come in as well. Questions, observations. Where I thought, Rebecca, you had ended your questioning in an interesting place, at least from my notes, in terms of wondering about next steps, and would this be something that people would be able to see and participate in whenever they were coming down there. But anyway, Rich, over to you.
Hi. Well, Rebecca stole a little bit of my my questioning by asking how people will get to know that the projects exist. If I'm on the beach, how do I know that these projects, that I can get access to these projects? I'm a marketing guy, and a lot of marketing is taking people from where they are to where we want them to go. And I'm lacking that, and I guess that the projects are still in early phases. I get a little confused as to why there's nothing at the place that tells me that this wonderful thing exists. And I'm hoping that could be a cornerstone moving forward. I'm assuming these projects are ongoing. That finding a way to publicize the fact that they are assets that these people, that people in these places can take advantage of, be a really good thing. Does that make sense? If you
Yes.
build a project and nobody knows about it, it's not really a project.
So I guess one of our future goals with it was to hopefully have like a sign at the start of a bike path that would lead them to that. But
I love
from
that.
Sorry?
That would be great. I love that. That would be very helpful.
Yes, so that's one of our future goals for the projects, to hopefully have that QR code on a sign on the bike path, so that when people do start the bike path, they could take that opportunity to listen to it. But for this project, from what we did so far, we use social media like Instagram, working with our partner, and also posting it on Long Beach's community forum on Facebook to share the event. But hopefully in the future, one of our goals is to hopefully have a sign with the QR code that can lead to that.
Okay. Yeah, I was poisoned at a young age by the question, yeah, but what's the benefit to the other person, to the person you want to communicate to? Tell me the benefit to them. Don't tell me you're going to tell me a lot of stuff. Tell me why I should listen to you in the first place. And that seems to be a missing piece in both projects. In other words, make me care. I'm the person you want to communicate with. I need you to start by making me care instead of starting to tell me you've got this project. Tell me how it affects and benefits me. Tell me why I should spend my time thinking about your project. And I love a lot about things about the project, connecting people to the place, connecting schools to the place, actually talking to people. But if you don't start out by saying, here's why you're going to love this, then you forgot to bait your hook. And I want you to remember to bait your hook. Because just putting a hook in the water doesn't mean you're going to catch any fish, or in this case, people. You have to put something that those people want on the end of the hook.
If I could just make an observation, I think the surveys you did in the beginning demonstrated that these people were interested and wanted more in terms of participation. So I think
that's a start.
That's an assumption, you know, that proves the assumption that people do want this. And I think Rich's point is like make that connection more immediate and more obvious, you know, rather than just kind of jumping into the content.
Right. If you don't tell me why I'm going to care about the content, I have other things to do than pay attention to your content. Does that make sense? And the question for the second project is, if you make an app, first question is, how do people know that it will exist or that it does exist? First question. Second question, why would they download it? Again, back to my big issue, which is, what's the benefit to me, the user? Not just that you made this fish hook. Why would you want me to be part of your fish hook? You got to put bait on it. And the bait is something that makes them care or love what you have done or the place they're in. Am I making sense? You have to start there. Or maybe you have to end up there once you've done the research. You have to get around to, why would anybody want this app? And if you don't do that, the echoes are going to be big. There's going to be nobody showing up to download your app or to engage with your project. And I desperately want you to succeed. And so I would hold that up as the thing that you have to, somebody has to say, yeah, but why does anybody want to download this app? If you've ever seen a movie with Tom Hanks called Big, he puts his hand up in a meeting and says, but why would anybody want a robot that turns into a building? Because somebody forgot to ask the question, what if nobody wants a robot that turns into a building? In other words, why would you build an app and not make people really want it? Don't do it for you, do it for the other person, is what I'm trying to say.
Rich and Rebecca, in just about 1 minute, how do you all, how do you go about answering and dealing with that question that you just raised and that you've just both been talking about? It's extremely important. So research is one way of dealing with it. How else?
I would argue that shared experience is not a compelling goal. It was put forward as a compelling goal in the second presentation. I don't buy it. I do not buy that shared experience is a compelling goal. I want to know shared experience of what? We're going to have a big event. It's going to clean up the beach. A compelling goal is getting people to clean up the beach, not a shared experience. It hasn't gone to the next step. A shared experience of what?
So,
shoot me, but that's how I look at it.
Yeah, no, wonderful.
If you're gonna keep score by how many people show up, saying, come on and share an experience isn't going to get people to show up.
So
Come on and save,
Rich,
come on and
I
save the
would,
beach fight.
Rich, I would love to hear some, you've spoken a lot. I'd like to hear some response from the student teams.
Great. Shoot me.
These are all
Yeah,
interesting
so
comments. Yeah, weigh in, please. Jillian?
yeah, regarding the app, that was your feedback is so valid, and that's one of the reasons why we decided to pivot to a more accessible platform, which is Instagram for our social media community initiative. Because you're right, like people are gonna find it hard to like want to download something completely brand new, and there's no bait on the fish hook. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons we pivoted to an Instagram initiative. Yeah. You have anything?
Who else resonates with this? That's interesting. I can't see everybody right here, but love
I
to.
guess I would just add that,
Yeah.
that I love the idea of the app. You know, we actually were talking about something like that in Pando a few years ago. And I love that you pivoted to something simpler because that is such a real life, real world experience. So, you know, you're just had a valuable experience just in terms of that. You know, the looks on the face that the AR filters that you ended up with, the looks on their faces of the people who were playing with that said a lot. They were just having a great time. And that kind of thing, it may not be the specific motivation that we've been talking about, you know, clean up the beach or whatever, but it is something that adds an element of fun and hopefully virality and gets adoption just because it starts being fun and then it's useful and it does something for the world maybe a little bit later, either through education or through action. So I love that part.
I'd like to
Okay.
share just
Yep.
a little bit from um, the perspective, the project that is engaging StoryCorps. That project talks a lot about how is it a tour? They have examples of putting QR codes out in the field and walking through that and telling the story. People love to talk about themselves, I think, and so that needs to be made really clear. Here's an opportunity for your experience to be archived in the Library of Congress around this community. So I think that's something that, you know, definitely is part of the piece that is, you know, what's the bait that can be made more explicit and clear, and can you just stumble upon this when you're out in the community? And with the expansion of partners like restaurants along the way, they can have QR codes in there, and then there can become a platform where they advertise and tell their own stories, maybe of being like a business on the beach. And then the project that is really about you know, engaging through online. I think just today I heard in the radio that Pew came out with new data that says teenagers' answer to "Are you online?" is practically all the time. So while we think, and in our program, definitely we value the actual experience, we have to understand that the first experience this generation has is through their phones. So how do we design for that and then pull them out into space because they're excited about an experience in one digital platform, and how does that translate into the real world is always, I think, the challenge that all of us that are working in media and tech and sustainability are looking at right now.
Thank you for that commentary, Heather. It pushes us in the direction of the bait. And absolutely. And like you just put in chat, Rich, people love stories. And so that's a great start. Okay, it's time to wrap this up. We're going to go to a new CSU Long Beach, but we're going to close this out as its own event, and then we'll open up again as a second event. Rich and Rebecca, for your comments, questions, and insights, thank you both so much. And to the CSU Long Beach team, thank you all so much for what you have done. And for you, Heather, it makes me more eager than ever to check out this in all of its various incarnations.